Back to his old ways? The 2026 Johnny Depp Reckoning. The year is 2026, and the headline on every tabloid, from the digital pages of Variety to the darkest corners of Reddit, is exactly the same. Back to his old ways? The truth behind Johnny Depp's day drinker set rumors? For 4 years, the world has watched Johnny Depp exist in a state of professional limbo. He was the man who won the most televised legal battle in history, yet found himself exiled to the fringes of European cinema. He was the king of the indies, directing obscure biopics and accepting Lifetime Achievement Awards in Serbia, while his throne in Hollywood sat empty. But as we sit here in May 2026, the exile is officially over. Johnny Depp has returned to the major studio system with 2 massive projects: Paramount's Gothic reimagining of Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol, and Lionsgate's high-octane thriller, Day Drinker. However, the Day Drinker production hasn't just brought Depp back to the big screen, it has brought back the one thing he fought so hard to escape, the shadow of his reputation. Within a week of filming beginning on the coast of Spain, reports began to surface, whispers of chaotic behavior, late arrivals, and, most controversially, the return of the old ways that defined his lowest points in the late 2010s. Is the world witnessing a tragic repeat of history, or are we seeing the most sophisticated marketing campaign in Hollywood history? Today, we're going behind the scenes of the 2026 production that has everyone talking. We're separating the set rumors from the cinematic reality and answering the question that Hollywood is terrified to ask. Has Johnny Depp actually changed, or was the comeback a mistake? The Day Drinker paradox? To understand the controversy, you first have to understand the movie. Day Drinker isn't just another paycheck. It is Johnny Depp's first leading role in a major American studio film since the Virginia trial. Directed by Marc Webb, the man behind 500 Days of Summer, and starring alongside his longtime friend Penélope Cruz, the film is a noir-inspired thriller set on a luxury cruise ship. Depp plays the Stranger, a mysterious guest who never seems to have a glass of water in his hand. He is quite literally a day drinker. And this is where the trouble started. In early 2026, paparazzi photos from the set in Portugal began to flood social media. They showed a disheveled Depp holding a bottle, looking weary and unstable. The clickbait machine went into overdrive. Headlines screamed that Depp was spiraling and that Lionsgate was terrified of the $100 million investment they had just made. But when you look closer, the truth starts to look a lot more like method acting. According to insiders on the set, the photos that sparked the global panic were actually stills from a high-tension scene. In Day Drinker, Depp's character is supposed to be an alcoholic on the brink of a breakdown. The disheveled look was the work of world-class makeup artists. The bottle was a prop filled with iced tea. Lionsgate, for their part, has remained uncharacteristically quiet. Why? Because they know exactly what they're doing. In the intention economy of 2026, there is no better way to sell a movie titled Day Drinker than to let the world believe its lead actor is actually doing it. It's meta-marketing at its most dangerous. They're using Depp's real-world history as a bad boy to build authenticity for the character, but playing with that kind of fire usually leads to someone getting burned. The Penélope Cruz factor? One of the strongest pieces of evidence against the chaotic set rumors is the presence of Penélope Cruz. This marks their 4th collaboration, following Blow, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and Murder on the Orient Express. Cruz has been one of Depp's most vocal defenders for over a decade. In 2026, she's not just his co-star, she's effectively his character witness in the court of Hollywood. Sources from the production report that the atmosphere behavior on set was actually the most disciplined Depp has been in 20 years. Cruz and Depp reportedly spent hours rehearsing, with Cruz often acting as a stabilizing force. If the rumors of old ways were true, if there were 3 a.m. rages or 10 a.m. absences, Cruz would be the first to know, and yet she has spent the 2026 press cycle praising his evolved work ethic. So why do the rumors persist? Because of the ghost of Jack Sparrow. During the filming of Pirates 5, stories of Depp's chaotic behavior cost Disney millions in delays. In 2026, insurance companies are still skittish. Every leaked story about a delay on the Day Drinker set is being analyzed by hedge funds and studio heads. The truth behind the set rumors is a tug of war. On one side, you have a studio, Lionsgate, trying to make a gritty thriller. On the other side, you have a tabloid industry that makes more money from a Depp downfall than a Depp success. For every day that Depp shows up on time and delivers a perfect performance, a tabloid loses a potential headline. The rumors aren't coming from the crew. They're being projected onto the crew by an industry that misses the drama of the trial. The Ebenezer reveal and the stakes? While Day Drinker is the gritty reality, Ebenezer: A Christmas Carol is the prestige fantasy. In April 2026, at CinemaCon, Paramount revealed the first teaser for Ebenezer, directed by T. West. This isn't your grandfather's Christmas Carol. It's a dark, gothic, almost horror-inspired take on Scrooge. When Depp walked onto that stage in Las Vegas, the reaction was palpably divided. Half the room stood in a thunderous ovation, the other half remained seated in stony silence. This is the reality of 2026. Johnny Depp is no longer just an actor, he's a Rorschach test for the industry. The old ways rumors surrounding Day Drinker were immediately weaponized by critics of the Ebenezer casting. They argued that Paramount was rewarding bad behavior, but the footage told a different story. Depp's Scrooge is being hailed as a career best performance, a man who has clearly channeled the isolation and bitterness of his own cancellation into the character. This is the central conflict of the 2026 comeback. To be a great actor, you often have to be difficult. Hollywood spent 30 years celebrating Depp's eccentricities, then for 5 years they punished him for them. Now, in 2026, they're trying to figure out if they can have the art without the baggage. The rumors of him being back to his old ways are a defense mechanism for a town that doesn't know how to feel about him. If he's bad, they can feel justified in hating him. If he's professional, they have to admit they might have been wrong to shun him. The Amber Heard shadow. We cannot talk about the 2026 set rumors without mentioning the other side of the Atlantic. In Madrid, Amber Heard has been rebuilding her own life, but the release of the documentary Silenced in early 2026 changed the temperature of the conversation. The film didn't just rehash the trial, it used data to show how set rumors are often manufactured by social media bot networks to discredit specific individuals. The clickbait headlines in May 2026, Heard breaks silence as Depp signs massive new deal, suggest a war that is still raging. But if you look at the actual statements, the war is being fought by proxy. Every time a source close to the production of Day Drinker leaks a story about Depp being difficult, the internet immediately links it to the 2022 testimony. The rumors are being used as a retroactive proof. But there's a new variable in 2026, the Gen Z audience, a new generation of filmgoers who were too young to care about the trial in 2022 are seeing Depp for the first time as the Scrooge or the Day Drinker. For them, the old ways aren't a scandal, they're just part of the mythos of a legendary actor. This shift is what's making the set rumors fail to gain the same traction they once did. The public is suffering from controversy fatigue. They don't want to hear about his drinking habits. They want to know if the movie is good. The final verdict on 2026? As we look toward the end of 2026, the truth behind the rumors is finally coming to light. Daydrinker has finished post-production. The early test screenings are reportedly through the roof. Insiders claim that the film is a tight, 90-minute masterpiece of tension, and that Depp's performance is his most grounded since Donnie Brasco. The old ways rumors, they've largely evaporated as the actual footage has been seen. It turns out that the chaotic set was actually one of the most efficient productions of the year. The whispers of drinking were revealed to be part of an immersive, method-acting approach that the director, Marc Webb, encouraged. So why did the rumor start? Because in 2026, Johnny Depp is the most profitable person to talk about. A video about his success gets views, but a video about his downfall gets clicks. As we move into the holiday season of 2026, with Ebenezer poised to dominate the box office, Johnny Depp stands at a crossroads. He has beaten the legal system. He has beaten the cancellation. He has even beaten the studios who tried to replace him. The truth behind the Daydrinker rumors is simple. Johnny Depp isn't back to his old ways. He's back to his best ways. He's using his past, his scars, and even his bad reputation to fuel a new era of his career. Hollywood may never fully forgive